Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
I wonder if anyone ever mistakes us for a traditional Hawaiian staple food made from pounded taro root, also known as POI.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I looked at it because I'm like...
POI to me has always been that thing you see at festivals and like raves with people with flaming nunchucks flipping them around and whatnot.
Are they called POI? I thought they were called... You mean the flame spinner guys?
I mean, I've always just known that as POI.
They might be called POI. I don't remember them being called POI, but let's see. You're right. They're called fire POI.
Okay, see? Yeah.
Well, fire POI is apparently the thing that is on fire. So they are not the POI, but the POI is the thing that you spin. Those are the actual things that you spin that's on fire.
Okay, well, I always see these ninjas running around at big festivals and carnivals and stuff, and somehow people mistaken that with our show here, and then
Stuff up, then.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I already did. That's part of the pre-show. It was getting your head right.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a couple weeks though. How have you been?
It has been a couple weeks. Life gets in the way sometimes of having fun on the old show here.
Sure.
Life sometimes throws you curveballs. Sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a handy situation.
I was getting to that. Sometimes life hands you lemonade. You did. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes life hands you lemonade. But there is no saying for what happens when life dislocates your finger. Actually, the term that was used was markedly displaced. I looked that term up. The term markedly displaced typically means when there's a bone fracture that shifts. Like,
But it wasn't fractured though, right?
It wasn't fractured, but that's why it was displaced, not markedly fractured.
Oh.
So yeah, while doing my job, I dislocated my finger while attempting to escort somebody, as I like to do. They didn't want to be escorted, and all I know is that when I reached out to shake their hand, and when my hand touched their hand, my hand was numb, and I had no grip. And in a fraction of a moment, I said, "Oh no, I'm coming for you, Wheezy. This must be it." But it wasn't a heart attack. It was just a dislocated finger, and my hand basically telling me to stop trying to shake this person's hand. I wasn't trying to shake their hand, but stop trying to use your hand to escort this person around.
Okay.
Yeah, so a little trip to the ER. Look, in the big picture of injuries that you can incur walking down the street, a dislocated finger is pretty minimal, which I understood that going when I went to the hospital. I knew that going in. 3 hours later, when I was finally getting to leave, I was pretty low priority on the list. Like, the bone wasn't sticking out of my finger. I wasn't ready to pass out. My vitals were fine. He's low priority. There wasn't an M written in my own blood on my forehead. I'm trying to think of any analogy I can think of.
Sure, yeah.
So, but no, it was low priority. So after the 3 ambulances showed up and those people got the help that they needed from the staff, they finally came and they looked at it, they x-rayed it, they came back, and this is the part that I don't know, Francis. I don't know if you're educated in this sort of stuff, but The lady came in with a syringe with a needle in it. And at first I thought we were going to have a party, but then I realized it was for my finger. I don't know if it was Novocaine, lidocaine, cocaine, or sugar cane. I'm not 100. It's some sort of cane that went into my finger.
Dude, you got the good treatment though for a finger.
A
displaced finger.
Go ahead.
Well, because when I broke my arm, which is not just something you can just set back together, they just sprayed the surface of my skin. They
froze it?
Poke at me with anything. They just sprayed the surface of my skin, saying, "Well, So,
yeah,
at least you got needles."
Yeah, well, I mean, let me tell you something about. I have tattoos, so needles don't frighten me even in the slightest. I am fully aware that parts of your body are more tender than others.
Very true.
The nice nurse lady, said, "Okay, I'm going to hit you with this gigantic needle. It's not full of fun." It's not even a funny joke. I was trying to. Well, like heroin or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but like I'm trying to make a joke about something that's not funny, and it's just my conscience is getting to me, I think. But yeah, she goes, "Okay, we're gonna hit you on the top of your finger, and then we're gonna do one on the bottom. People, I want you to know about that one. 'Cause it's a little more intense." And I was like, "Lady, tattoos, it's fine. Do what you gotta do." Man, she hit me on the bottom of my finger, the palm side of my finger. I felt that one. It wasn't like, holy crap, I've got to yank my hand away. It was like, whoa, there is a fucking needle in my finger at the base of my finger.
Yeah.
There is no mistaking that feeling. Which is funny because we just spent like the last hour and a half telling you all this off camera, but you get to live it a second time.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, you. But, for the radio audience, if you will.
Right.
But yeah, so after about 3 hours, they finally set my finger. I've never broken a bone in my body. I think I bruised and cracked almost my entire left hand side of my rib cage getting hit by a truck. I badly sprained my wrist when I was a kid. I got hit by a fucking truck. But, never broken anything. This still technically is not a break. But when she pulled my digit to put it back into place, the bones snapped into place. I've seen videos of it, and it's, depending on what they were setting, it was a lot louder of a crack, much more noticeable physical notice that, oh, holy crap, my leg just went back in place, or my shoulder snapped back into place. Didn't notice anything. All I heard was a little snap, a little crack. I was like, whoa, are we done? She said, not quite yet, but that was the most of it. I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. So yeah, still not broken anything, even though I only have 90% of my fingers useful. And even that 90% is questionable just because a little bit of pain still. Grip strength isn't great. So luckily, work has allowed me to kind of take a step back, be more of an observer of the other escorters. Kayfabe, man, kayfabe.
I get it.
But despite all that, I still have had to go pretty hands-on with some people. As I say, protect kayfabe, and then I'm throwing kayfabe out the door in the next sentence a little bit. But, having to go hands-on with people, my hand definitely hurt afterward. I'm glad. It's funny, I talked to a pharmacist. I go back to the pharmacy area of a grocery store, and I go, hey, pharmacy guy, I know you guys aren't medical doctors, but here's the situation. What can I take? Oh, I forgot about this part.
Okay.
I haven't even told you this before the show, so this will be funny for you, live. So before they let me loose at the hospital, a different doctor came in to just look over everything, asked me if I guess he was like the senior doctor or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, for as far as pain goes, you can take ibuprofen. I'd take about 600 to 800 milligram 3 times a day or so. Or you could take Tylenol. And he listed a bunch of different Tylenols that I could take. And then said, probably, if you're going to do Tylenol, you should probably take it with food. It can be kind of rough on your system. And I looked at him and I said, but sir, I'm too old to get autism.
Why do you, I feel like he did tell... you texted it to me.
I think I did. I texted it to you. So, as an aside, Francis, there's a few places where despite how funny the shit that just came out of your mouth was, your joke does not land in a few different places in the world. Hospitals are one of them.
I was gonna say, in hospitals, I always let the staff do all the joking, because they if they like you, they'll joke with you. But if you joke with them first, for some reason, they don't like that. I don't know why.
It's because they want to be. They're like, I'm the comedian here. I'm Patch Adams.
Like, I finally gave in because my feet. I've mentioned several times how I have terrible feet. They hurt all the time. And the prevailing theory, at least this time around, was that it was infected. My foot was infected. It was like gushing out green goop out of between my toes. It was disgusting. So I finally went in last week, and they're giving me all the meds, and like, you take these meds, and do this, do that, whatever. But the nurses, not the doctor. The doctor is very like
very stiff, yeah.
But the nurses were like joking around and having a good time, and like, giving funny anecdotes and trying to be cute, right? Even though you didn't have a very good experience with the radiologist, my radiologist was like cracking wise about my feet and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, man, haha, like feet, and I just respond, like I just react versus like being the one who tells the jokes. So I think the staff are the ones that like, leave the comedy to us, kid.
Right. Yeah, well, the radiologist didn't like my joke. It wasn't even really a joke. It was more just like a comment on the whole getting an x-ray. If you ever got an x-ray, while you sit there under the bright light thing, that whatever they're getting x-rayed, the person that we're just going to get you set up here, hope you're comfortable, okay, lay this way or whatever. That person, when they're ready, they go run behind a lead-shielded wall and then hit you with all the radiation. So I said something to the effect of, like, it's really funny how you guys run behind that lead-shielded wall and let me take all the radiation. Yeah,
and they're just like, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, basically. They're like, yeah, it's our job. We don't want to take it all day. It's like being in a microwave. I don't know what...
I just like that they take it seriously. See, this, again, I'll let them handle the comedy. I'll just sit there and nod and smile.
Yeah, I can't do that. I could shut my mouth at a comedy show. I'll shut the fuck up. But anywhere else, I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be funny. Damn it. Well, at least you're gonna try.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do, man.
But yeah, so that a 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Especially on your dominant hand, would not recommend dislocating any of your digits.
No, I agree.
If it's on your non-dominant hand, I mean, it still sucks, but it's your non-dominant hand. You'll survive. But when it's your dominant hand, it sucks. Francis and I were talking earlier about what we were going to talk about tonight. Now, and I said, I don't know. I have to try to read my handwriting because it's atrocious to begin with. It's worse when I can't rest my hand on the table because my hand hurts too much.
I used to, because when I broke my arm, it was my dominant hand, and I broke it in like junior high. So you're still expected to do homework, and you're still expected to write like essays and stuff. And that was the easy part. It's just like, just have to learn to type with one hand. Just have to learn how to. I mean, I would never write with my non-dominant hand, or a hand that didn't work very well, like a dislocated finger. I just wouldn't do it because, man, I can't imagine what your nose looked like.
They look
like a doctor wrote them.
They look pretty bad, actually. But back, speaking of doing homework, Francis.
Yeah.
Back when you were doing homework, or not doing homework in my case, The homework might be in my lap, but I wasn't paying any attention to it because I was paying attention to whatever was playing on MTV. Because in the early to mid 90s, MTV still played music videos exclusively. Not Road Rules. What the fuck is the other one? Where they live in the house with 7 different strangers.
Oh,
Perfect Strangers, Real World. Bosom Buddies? No, Real World. Yeah, that show, I think the first season ran 94? 95?
The original Real World?
The original season season 1 of Real World. Not Real World versus Road Rules versus GAC or whatever. No, just...
92.
Okay, I wanted to go early, but I was like, no, your brain doesn't work that way. So 92. So I guess shows started appearing more often, maybe around that time. I got to sneeze.
Yeah, I mean, I never watched it myself. I was in there, but like, maybe you think Road Rules because Road Rules was 95.
Okay, but the point being is that MTV was a music channel.
It was.
They had, you might be able to put out an argument that either Cops or The Real World was the first reality shows. I'd go with Cops myself, but MTV did music. That's what they did.
I did. That's
music.
That's my field of Blind Melons, No Rain. You know, like I guess.
As an aside, again, Francis, I'm at an EDM show Sunday night, and in the middle of the show, here I hear Shannon Hoon singing about No Rain. Wait, right?
Is it Blind Melons, No Rain?
Blind Melon. Was it Blind Melon? Yeah, Blind Melon's Shannon Hoon, right?
The
singer's name is Shannon Hoon, if I'm correct.
For the main singer?
Yes. Just look up Shannon Hoon.
Shannon Hoon is... Yes, you're right. He was the lead singer of Blind Melon.
Okay, in the middle of this EDM show, the dude mixed in Blind Melon. And I looked at my girlfriend and I was just like, never in my day, never, ever, ever would I think I would hear Shannon Hoon mixed in with the EDM. It's working.
That's a good pull for the Shannon Hoon, though. That was good.
Like, it's working, but I think he would roll over in his grave if he knew this was getting played right now. But anyway.
That's the one song, man.
The one everybody really remembers. He was the other Axl Rose in that Axl Rose, or that Guns N' Roses November Rain, I think.
Oh, was he? Oh, jeez, man, this Shannon Hoon knew what he was doing.
There's a guy that looks just like Axl Rose, just better looking, and he's singing. He's like a backup singer, but yeah, it's Shannon Hoon. When all the Shannon Hoon trivia, and the guy's not even alive anymore. Sadly, yeah, very sadly. But yeah, so MTV stands for Music Television. That's what it was. It was first aired in 1982.
Oh God, I'll look it up. But you know, I mean, it was not. There was a whole campaign of, I want my MTV.
Yes, you wanted, as an artist, you wanted to have your video debut on Carson Daly?
Yeah, TRL.
TRL, yeah.
Total Request Live. So 1981.
God damn it, I was close. So yeah, Paramount Global, which owns MTV, stop burying the lead, I guess, has decided to shut down 5 MTV channels. I don't have them all in front of me, but
I don't know if there are that many channels to begin with. Like, who knew, man? Like,
well, it's like channels. MTV Classic, MTV fucking grunge. I don't know. It's just 5 channels.
So it's MTV Music, MTV 80s, 90s, Club MTV and MTV Live. Those are the ones that are shutting down.
Okay, didn't know any of those existed. I was aware of MTV, MTV2 later, and VH1, and BET. Because BET After Dark was must-see TV in the early 2000s.
What's funny is I don't even know if like current modern artists still make music videos. Like I haven't seen a music video of.
I mean, when's the last time you decided to sit down and watch music videos? Honestly, you see, the long pause means you haven't done it in the last at least 5 years.
No, well, the only time I'll watch a music video in gigantic air quotes, ding ding, is when I watch someone reviewing a song that I like. Like today, while I was working, I was listening to somebody review Blues Traveler's Hook.
That's one great song. First of all,
it's fantastic. One of my favorite songs is that song, and they were listening to it for the first time, and they're like, "Oh man, listen to how this person how Popper, what's his first name? I forget, but
John Poplar.
John Poplar. Look how he does this. And
where am I pulling this shit out of my ass? I can't remember how to get places, but I can remember some dude's name I've never met that was in a band fucking 30 years ago.
It's good though. I'm like, man, he's good. And Hook is great.
The Shannon Hoon, well, yeah. Here's the thing about Hook. Look up the lyrics. Gibberish.
I know the lyrics. Yeah.
It's gibberish.
For the most part, he does that one clever thing with the why'd the pan refuse to grow, because Hook brought it back. Like that's pretty clever.
That's good writing. Yes, but I mean, like, for the most, I mean, he literally says right before the hook of the second verse, I think he's like, I've said nothing up to this point.
Yeah. Like the whole song is about the hook of a song. Like it's describing what a hook of a song is, really. You know, it's like it doesn't matter what I say as long as it gets your attention, right? That's like the whole point. Like it doesn't. You can just say whatever you want.
Actually, that's the first. That's the first line of the song. Good job.
Yeah.
You didn't say it right.
Such a good.
But you know.
So good. I loved it.
You didn't have the inflection.
Don't make me sing the whole song.
Oh fuck! I didn't realize. I said one of the lines too. Damn it.
You did, yeah. It's hard not to though, because that's the point of the song. It's like it's supposed to tell you inflection.
Great song. Anyway, what were you talking about?
So that's the only time I ever watch a music video is when somebody reviews a music video from a song that I used to like. Sure. That and like a couple other songs. Jamiroquai's.
Who the fuck is listening to Jamiroquai in this day and age, besides you?
20-year-olds who've never heard the song before.
Not fair.
Yeah, there's like a ton of like weird 20-somethings, even 30-somethings, who just really throwing me off because I'm like, you're not that young. You're like 10 years younger than me. Like, shut up, guys.
The thing that I've been finding, because I watch a lot of stand-up stuff, classic stand-up, is people are just finding Sam Kinison.
Yeah. What?
They're finding Sam Kinnison's debut on Rodney Dangerfield's Spotlight show.
Yeah.
With the one where he had his big breakout about world hunger and marriage. It's a 8-minute little stand-up, but people are finding it and they're just like, how is this okay? Like,
I mean, he's a bigger name, but like people are discovering George Carlin for the first time. He's a bigger name, I think. Versus
people discovering the 7 things you can't say on TV.
Yeah.
They like it for the ones that I've seen. They like it, but they're like, you could say all this on TV now. Assholes, you're forgetting this was recorded in 73 or 75 or something like that. The context is missing on some of these people that are doing reviews.
It is. I mean, people still feel weird saying the word retarded, and that's a word that has come back with a vengeance as like an acceptable word to say, for the most part. But like, people are still afraid to say certain things, even though it's like nobody cares anymore. So I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know. Something I do care about, Francis.
What do you care about?
I care about things getting rebooted that I actually liked, to begin with. Like rebooting Harry Potter, I don't care. John Lithgow has a job.
Don't actually. So you're in the same boat.
John Lithgow has a job. I'm happy for him because he's great.
I'd love to hear his British accent. I think it'd be awesome.
I hope he does. I hope he goes in there full. William. No, what's the guy? Widowmaker. K-19. No, that was Harrison Ford. What's the other guy? The Scottish guy that pretended to be Russian.
Oh yeah, well, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
For October.
Yes, I just Lithgow. Just go in as Lithgow, just with a beard.
Lithgow did play Winston Churchill in a movie, so he does have a little bit of an accent.
No, okay. I was gonna say he does have acting chops. He's not he's just not the guy from the Third Rock from the Sun.
Or Harry and the Hendersons.
Nice pull. Forgot about that one.
Yeah, he was the dad.
Forgot about that one. That was good. But what I do care about is, like I said, things that I liked once before coming back. Did you ever watch or were a fan of Fear Factor?
Oh, are we just skipping the Jetsons to go straight to Fear Factor?
There is an order to things, Francis.
Okay. I did not like Fear
F
Factor.
becomes before J.
I did not like Fear Factor because of the gross out element of having to eat eyeballs and testicles and all that stuff, or being covered in bugs I also at the time was like, Joe Rogan. Like whatever.
I was the complete opposite.
People nowadays are the same way, but I'm just saying.
Well, okay, but
like, oh, man.
well, see, back then he didn't have a podcast where he got to spit out his personal beliefs on things. We just knew him as a stand-up comedian. He was on news radio, and he was awesome on that.
That's why I didn't like him. That's why, because I had seen his stand-up, and I'm like, it's not funny. I did like him in news radio, though. I thought he was great in news radio, but when I heard his stand-up, I'm like, this isn't funny.
Okay. Well.
There's nothing funny about anything you're saying right now, Joe Rogan.
Well, I okay, fair. But I loved Fear Factor.
Okay.
I thought it was great. Especially the episode where Joe Rogan almost kicked the dude's ass because he charged at him, and the wrestler, The Miz, was on the same episode, and he had to almost jump in and keep the guy from getting his ass kicked by Joe Rogan.
He was learning martial arts back then.
He is a champion martial artist.
Oh, there you go.
People in the UFC, in the height of the UFC, so like, what was it, 2005 ish?
Yeah. I was gonna say 2001. Yeah.
Right, early 2000s. Let's just say that. But UFC fighters went to Joe Rogan to learn how to do a roundhouse kick, because Joe Rogan's roundhouse kick is like it'll snap you in half.
I believe it. I believe it because when he commentates for UFC, I'm like, he knows exactly what he's talking about.
Oh, he does. He's definitely trained, and he just he's involved in that shit. He lives that shit. So, but like I said, he was the host back then. It was fun. They had different themes for all the different shows, and sometimes the celebrity ones were great. Well, NBC, maybe? I don't know. I didn't look at the parent company.
That was originally on NBC. So.
I didn't look at the parent company who's bringing this back. But Joe Rogan's out, being replaced by Johnny Knoxville, which, to the general public, might have the same effect as Joe Rogan did. Just annoying for whatever reason. I like Knoxville. I think he needs to not try and step all the way into the spotlight all the fucking times, but I like Knoxville. And I think if you're going to bring back jackassery in the form of Fear Factor, why not have the jackass to be the host. Makes sense to me.
So I just looked it up just to see, like, it's Fox, and I think actually the original was on Fox as well.
Okay.
I am indifferent about Johnny Knoxville. I can see why people don't like him. I never watched any of the Jackass shows, but I did see him team up with Jackie Chan in a movie called, oh God, I forget what the movie was called, but he teamed up with Jackie Chan in an American martial arts movie.
Around the World in 80 Days. No, that was Owen Wilson.
It was, God, it was a movie called Skip Trace.
Okay.
And Knoxville was, of course, like, he's the Owen Wilson and the Chris Tucker of that movie.
Sure.
But they don't have the same chemistry. Like, Knoxville is just, you're right, like, Knoxville is just kind of hamming it up, like, the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing to be good, but yeah.
Knoxville is the male equivalent, but not as good as, oh, fuck. You can't build that up and not remember the lady's name. Who's Carol Burnett? Like, Carol Burnett and crew, right? They would break the fourth wall, but not, like, purposely. Maybe Carol did. A lot. But Johnny Knoxville's the type of guy that would say something and then look at the camera. You know, you say something stupid and be like, eh?
Gives the knowing look.
Yeah, but I think he'd be a good host just because, like I said, Fear Factor is jackassery.
It is.
So it makes sense, like I said, to have the jackass, the face of Jackass, be the host.
The original was from 2001 to 2012. It lasted 11 freaking years. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
They had, like I said, they're kind of jumping the ship when they started doing, like, crazy themes, like, instead of just like, here's some roaches to lay in, here's a giant roach, you can eat this thing.
You've already seen it, right? Like, you've already seen that stuff.
Now we're gonna put you in a car, or we're gonna make you do a barrel roll.
Ah, well. Okay, so Knoxville is bringing back
Fear Factor. Yeah.
How does that relate to Meet George Jetson?
Well, because F becomes before J.
Okay.
But to stay on topic, before Francis stepped on my dick 5 minutes ago,
I don't understand how that works.
Jim Carrey, everybody's favorite, Jim Carrey. We've already said it, but he wants to do, or has been greenlit, a live action Jetsons with him as George, and I'm for it. I'm totally for it because we've already lived past the time of the Jetsons. The Jetsons was 2015, and we didn't have no fucking flying cars that turned into briefcases. We didn't live in high-rise buildings, pods, with no explanation as to why. I don't go to work and press a button.
My only issue is George Jetson's, like, with his son Elroy being maybe 6 or 7. Guy's probably in his 30s. You know, he has a teenage daughter and a young boy. Jim Carrey's like 60 something. Unless his kids are grown, then okay, I'll give it to him. But and I thought he was retired from acting. He gave that whole thing about I'm retired from acting except for the Sonic movies.
I was going to say, except for the Sonic movies. Well, this is kind of in line with that. It's going to be CGI, so they can put a bunch of shit on his face and make him look younger.
I'll only watch it if the sequel is Jim Carrey as George Jetson and John Goodman as Fred Flintstone, and they meet, a la the famous crossover episode of the Jetsons meeting the Flintstones.
Well, since you're talking about casting things, Francis, let's just cast the rest of the movie real quick. I'll throw out the first one.
Hit me. I want to know. Hit me.
We gotta do Mr. Spacely of Spacely Sprockets.
Wow, you didn't go for main cast. You went for side characters. I like.
Well, I want to get this one out of the way before you try to steal it from me.
Okay.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, I was gonna say.
We just need a small person, really.
Okay, yeah, because he is small. I forgot about that. He was a small guy. I would have done. Oh God, what's his name from Always Sunny?
There's no little people in that show.
The little, oh God.
Was there? I didn't watch it.
He's Danny DeVito. I would have picked Danny DeVito.
Oh God damn it! That's a better pick.
I just say that would have been my
choice.
Was Danny DeVito.
Damn it!
Dinklage is good, but I would have gone for it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Motherfucker. Okay. So, okay. I don't know any young males to do.
So I'm assuming all these kids are aged up. So Judy's gonna be in her 30s, and Elroy's gonna be like.
I mean, like you said, if Jim Carrey's gonna, unless they're gonna de-age him in post.
Maybe, yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter is the daughter.
Oh God. She was the musical guest on SNL this weekend.
I saw a clip of her selling a neck pillow. Ding ding.
She does her song on stage. She lip syncs her song because everyone lip syncs on
sure.
SNL. But she had a set, and she was just wearing again. She's the one I complained about 10 months ago, making a sexy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm like, she made a Christmas song about sex. So here she is in her little boy short panties, walking around set, just being all like, sex this, sex that again. And I'm like, not that I don't have any issues with that type of sexiness, but it feels so forced with her. Like, it feels really forced with her. And so, her being Judy Jetson, yeah, I could see Judy Jetson with like a futuristic OnlyFans. I could see that. I can 100% see that.
Okay. What Jane, his wife.
Oh God.
do.
So here's the thing. She would technically have to be age appropriate to. Technically, it won't be. She'll be like in her 40s to Jim Carrey's 60s. So, I don't know. Who's a redheaded?
They don't have to be redheaded now.
It'd be Gillian Anderson or Gillian Anderson
from X-Files.
From X-Files, yeah. Because she's age appropriate. She's
like
in her 60s.
Yeah, you're right.
She has, like, reddish hair.
Well, they don't have to have red hair. I mean, the hair dye and wigs do exist. Yeah, that would work. Okay, so we just got the kid. What's the kid? Elroy. See, I don't know. The kid that played Anakin.
He's 40s now.
And he's in jail, but it's
not the. Oh, you mean the little kid? I thought he was a lawyer, wasn't he?
No, he needs a fucking lawyer. No, the kid that played Anakin is another one of those sad child star, stories where drugs and alcohol ruin the kid's life. Yeah. Star Wars. He blamed Star Wars on ruining his life more than anything. Because he got made fun of when he went back to school.
Okay. Well, the reason why he got made fun of is because apparently, as of the beginning of this year, actually, he finally talks about his. So he had schizophrenia for the last 17 years. So that probably explains why he was.
I mean, that doesn't just go away.
No, that's for life.
Yeah.
Schizophrenia is for life.
So like you are a schizophrenic. You just have it under control.
Yeah.
Dink dink.
Oh, dude. Crazy.
I mean, it sucks. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of the kid, but
No.
Fucking another sad story of child actors.
Yeah, kind of sad. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. But no, he's too old for
Yeah,
it.
I can't think of it because like I don't watch anything new, so I don't know what any aspiring young dude actor is.
Who do you want the voice of
Rosie?
The maid.
Rosie.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anybody, but let's throw shit. I took a picture of her as Harley Quinn. She's Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, the voice for Bubbles?
Yeah.
Tara Strong?
Tara Strong. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so you want Tara Strong to be the voice of Rosie, the robot?
I mean, because Murder, She Wrote is dead. B. Arthur's dead. Joan Rivers is dead.
That's true.
Zsa Zsa Kapoor's dead, I think.
Yeah.
Raspy.
I'm trying to think of
my old friend Norma isn't an actress.
God, hold on. I'm trying to. I need to find out who this actress is because she was a big actress in the '80s, and she would go.
Marissa Tomei would be good.
You know, she was,
oh, God! It was more
right?
It was more 70s, early 80s.
Actors, yeah.
Oh my God! She wore a helmet made of fruit, and she'd shake her tatas on TV.
I don't know.
Come on!
I barely.
Female actress that shook her boobs around and wore fruit on her head.
Yeah, I barely remember that part. Like, I barely remember it. I just remember
Carmen Miranda. Look up
yeah.
Carmen Miranda.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I die, you guys are gonna have fun looking through my Google history. I literally, that's what you heard me say into my phone, those words, and that's what came up.
Oh, she's too young. She's from the night she died in the 50s, so she's way too old. I thought she was around more, but I guess she's way dead.
Maybe there was another one that came after that, but
yeah, maybe. But anyway, I don't know. Yeah, so
Senorita Banana?
Huh?
Senorita Banana?
It's not necessarily a banana person, but she did the banana thing.
Chalta Banana?
Oh, you're close. You're close.
Oh,
you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Charo.
Oh, that's it. That is it.
Yeah, Charo is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, she shook her boobs around and wore fruit on her head.
Yeah. But she also no. Oh, she's alive. 73, 74.
Okay.
There you go. The voice of Rosie. Rosie the robot.
Only if she'd be allowed to shake her tatas on her robotic tatas. What about that one chick from the show that Al Bundy was on that wasn't married with children, where he was an old man now? He had a family with Mexican people.
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, her. Does she even have that accent, or is she just playing it up for that?
That's her real accent.
Okay.
That's her real accent.
I've never watched that show, so I don't know.
I've heard interviews with her. I haven't watched the show either, but I've heard interviews with her.
But Rosie wasn't Spanish, but you know.
No, but you can't have it.
Yeah, but that might be inappropriate.
Oh. Okay, well then make her Asian or something. Like just make her whatever.
Yeah.
Just don't make her like generic. You know. Like they got to spice it up a little bit. Keep the family don't diversify the family, because that's weird.
Yeah.
Because the mom and the dad are white. You can't make like the kids Mexican and one black or something like that. You can't do that. As much as I know, current society would current Hollywood love that. Don't do it. It doesn't make sense. So just keep them all.
So
whatever.
So to make it fun for today's audiences, what would be the plot? What would be the thing, the plot device, if you will? Since I just watched that Naked Gun thing. I forgot to write that down, but we can talk about that too.
I know it didn't hit it didn't hit as well for you, but I had the audience to help it hit for me.
Look, if I saw it in a theater, I probably would have liked it more. But sitting here watching it, I was like, the heart is there. It's just missing the blood and a heartbeat.
I will admit, so for the first part of the movie, people weren't really laughing. There was a chortle here and there when he was doing the bank robbery scene and he was doing the other thing. But then Pamela Anderson comes in, and they did the have a seat. I already have some at home.
Mm-hmm.
Those jokes. But then then Liam Neeson describes her, and the line where she has a bottom that a toilet where that would make a toilet beg for the brown. Made the entire theater just bust up laughing. That one line, everyone was laughing.
That won them over.
That won them over. And then from that movement forward, almost every joke was laughed at past that point. But that was the joke that got everyone in on the movie, was the beg for the brown joke. So, I thought that, I actually enjoyed that joke too. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a really funny joke.
I think if a Zucker or an Abrams was involved, it would have had the blood and the heartbeat, not just the heart.
Not to go too far off, but from the plot of I think if they're going to do a plot for Jetsons, it needs to be really stupid. Like, it needs to be like, it has to be in the form of parody, like 21 Jump Street or.
Sure, most episodes, if there was an issue, it had to do with a sprocket or whatever Spacey Sprocket's competitor was.
Because it was mostly late 70s, early 80s cartoon. The vast majority of people who would watch it are retiring. Like, people who are like, they're at an age where they're like, they don't necessarily care about this anymore. So you have to make it silly enough to really get a person's attention.
I would, the only question I want answered in any Jetsons thing is why they're up way in the sky. What's wrong with the ground?
Oh, I thought it was.
They never explain it in the cartoon.
I remember it was supposed. I read it somewhere years and years ago that the Earth below was so demolished from World War III that they had to live in the sky, where because they couldn't live. The ground was irradiated, so they couldn't live on the ground anymore. They had to live in the air. But I don't know if that's real or not. I read about it many years ago, so I don't know.
Well, I'm in the mind that unless it was explained in the cartoon, it's fan theory.
It is fan theory, yeah. It is fan theory. Even though, again, the fan theory is also that, what do you call it? The Flintstones is post-apocalyptic, so. Because to explain why they have lawnmowers and dishwashers and stuff from
Yeah. I can kind of get on board with that, I guess. But they tell you in the damn song in the intro it's prehistoric times.
Sure, but
What prehistoric? To what?
Exactly. Prehistoric to what?
Yeah.
It's technically, 10 years ago is prehistoric.
That is true. Only we didn't stop cars with our feet. So there might be some people out there that do that, but I'm not one of them. I won't be driving to certain cons for different reasons. Like the ones that we helped run. The guy that funded that show ran off with everybody's money and hopes and dreams.
This is the first time we've said that about that con.
Yeah, well, I still didn't name the con.
That's true.
And the other shows just they don't want our services. But there's some places that I thought it might be fun.
Has a response. Wait. Has a response to the Jetsons. She says, "Wasn't it pollution? I think I remember an episode that they had to go higher because of smog or something. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of instead of like World War III nuclear disaster. It was an abundance of pollution, which makes sense too, I guess.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I think I can. I kind of remember an episode where they had to go higher, but I thought it was just because it was cloudy and they wanted to not be cloudy. So they just raised the...
It's a cartoon from the 80s, man.
No, it is not from the 80s. The Jetsons, that's from the 70s.
Well, I thought it was late 70s, early 80s, wasn't it? Or no?
I think it was early 70s.
Oh.
And they were new to us in the 80s because we were kids.
That's true. We watched them in reruns.
I mean, I think there's only like 50 episodes of the Jetsons.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm way wrong.
65?
You know what? So 62 to 63.
Okay.
There were only 24 episodes of the Jetsons.
See, I said 50, but...
Oh, and then... So then they brought it back from 85 to 87 with brand new episodes.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. But okay, so anyway, I don't have any kind of segue. I was trying to shoehorn one in, but I just don't really have one. The TwitchCon was this past weekend or the weekend prior? This past weekend. I don't know what the hell happens at TwitchCon. I guess it's a bunch of people just fellatiing and jerking each other off, talking about how many followers they have, and there's a bunch of assholes walking around live streaming. As they play the Graboid machine or something. I don't know. There's probably no Kick people there. Maybe there was. You never know.
No, because Kick is owned by a completely different
company. I know. I'm just talking shit. But the only thing I saw come out of TwitchCon this past weekend was some YouTube chick that's not even her name. She goes by some stage name and is just some cosplay chick that people fawn over.
Sort of. I don't understand.
Like she does stuff on Twitch. She plays games, I guess, probably in cosplay. You know.
No, she does.
Do anything to not get a job.
That is their job. That's the problem.
I know.
That's what they're paid for.
But apparently, she did a meet and creep, and I will continue to call them meet and creeps until people stop being creepy. But the big hoo-la-la or whatever that came out of this TwitchCon this past weekend was the lack of security. Apparently, the lack of security, where some neckbeard fucking virgin basement dweller guy just pushed past a whole line of people full of basement dweller neckbeard dudes.
And girls. Don't forget the girls, because a lot of girls there too.
Neckbeard girls. And some dude pushed past all these people, and not a neck-bearded person said or did anything. And this fucking creepoid ran up to this cosplay chick. Well, I don't even know what the hell she is. So let's call her cosplay chick. And grabbed her by her face and tried to stick his tongue down her throat or ear or nose. I don't know. Maybe he's a hentai guy. And nobody did anything, basically. Like, one guy kind of stepped in and pushed the guy away. And then apparently, unconfirmed as far as the last bit of research I fucking did about this thing, the guy just walked away and was able to walk free and continue his TwitchCon for some time before he was apprehended, stopped, beaten up, or asked to leave. I'm not really sure what happened to the guy. And then, because I clicked on one video trying to figure out why this person keeps showing up on my Twitter feed, now everything I see is about this chick. And I still don't know who the hell or what the hell she does.
All right. Well, here, okay, so I followed a lot of this because, unfortunately, I am very familiar with that world. Not necessarily her. I think I hate the way she speaks because she has, like, this weird lisp that annoys the hell out of me. But anyway. Her name is Amiru. She is I guess, considered a variety streamer, kind of like iShowSpeed or Kai Sanat, all those. And yes, the person who pushed that dude away, who was able to sneak through Twitch security, was her own personal. I think it was her personal security. And yes, the guy did try to shove his tongue down her throat. Granted, this isn't the first time an incident like this happened. Last year.
Same girl?
A woman. No, a woman assaulted a male streamer, by licking his nipple on stream without his consent, and like I guess assaulted another guy was assaulted by another woman as well. So anyway, the guy, I don't know what the guy's name is. I don't think they ever released it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter. So he
I mean, it does. I mean, because he did something fucking stupid and probably wrong, and very wrong. But like, in this situation, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He did leave. He did make his way out. But then, so Twitch's response was, "Well, we're gonna ban his account for 30 days." Seems like an appropriate punishment.
Totally appropriate
a man
for
sexually assaulted one of our most popular streamers.
I mean, like,
and then about an hour.
Go on.
And then an hour later, they ended up arresting him and banning him from the show and banning him from Twitch altogether.
I mean, it was a predatorial thing. I'm not trying to make light of that situation. That's the only thing I heard about. That's crazy. If I was in line and I saw anybody push past a line of people, I'm gonna be like, excuse me. Now I'm not gonna Karen it up, but I'm gonna be like, what's going on here? And then you see something like that, you can tell it's a bunch of fucking virgin dudes and people that don't want to have no set of balls to do anything because they all just stood there and watched it happen.
So, yes, I mean, look, I get it. You know, it's a bystander effect, right? Like, you see something happening, you don't really know what's happening. You don't really actually know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, Emery did like a 2-hour explanation of the event.
On Twitch?
And she actually thought he was staff.
On Twitch?
From Twitch.
Twitch, yeah. No. Did she stream her 2-hour thing on Twitch?
I don't remember. I just saw it on YouTube afterwards.
Okay.
She might have streamed it on Twitch, but I don't remember. It'd be funny if she did.
That's what I was trying to get to.
But she had said, like, oh, I thought this was a Twitch employee trying to tell us something because he leaned in and thought maybe he was going to whisper something to me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So she didn't know what was going on. She actually did have, in the previous year, a couple years ago, she did have her own personal security. It was very good at what they did because somebody else did exactly similar to what this guy did, and her personal security guard laid hands on him by holding him still and waiting for the police to go ahead and get this guy taken away. And as a result, because he laid hands on an attendee to Twitch said, "You're banned from ever coming back to Twitch, security guard. You can no longer protect the talent."
See, that's a fine line because personal security, they're not being paid by Twitch. They're being paid by whoever they're being paid by.
Exactly.
I think a paycheck trumps whatever the fuck. I hate that I just used that goddamn word.
It's a regular word.
I know, but I know. I just it sounds different now. But I think a paycheck supersedes fucking. In that situation, personal security supersedes policy, I think, in those. So you're gonna tell me the fucking president can't bring in certain Secret Service guys?
Well, I mean, I'm sure.
I guess that kind of supersedes everything, but I'm just saying, like.
So ultimately.
Go ahead.
Ultimately, the problem is, and why it's even a conversation that we're having now, is that Twitch promised. So before TwitchCon happened, a bunch of streamers, a bunch of celebrities within Twitch were like, I don't trust going to TwitchCon this year because I don't feel safe going to TwitchCon. A lot of the women said that, even men too. They're like, I don't feel safe going to TwitchCon. This was to the lead up to TwitchCon, right? And Emery wasn't supposed to do a meet and greet. They forced her to do it because she had a show that she was going to do for Twitch. and they're like, you can't do the show unless you do this meet and greet. So they kind of forced her hand
Mm-hmm.
into it. Ultimately, though, as we are on this platform and we are funding, I mean, not really. We're doing this for free. It's not like we're paying them; they're not paying us or anything.
Yeah.
But are not her and many others who are big in that world, whom I have no idea what their names are, who they are all saying, don't go next year. If you're talent and you want to stay safe, don't go. It's not worth it because Twitch doesn't care about you.
So, remind me, because I don't remember all these different cons that are for
streamers.
Thank you. I was gonna say something mean.
You're already saying mean stuff about the people who watch him. So
yeah, that's true.
As well.
But I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Well, so there's VidCon.
Oh yeah.
Which is
so what show? What show is the one where the people broke their back in the bubble pit? Was that Twitch or Vid?
That was VidCon.
Okay.
That was VidCon.
It sounds like these mud show fucking conventions need to tighten things up. Look at the conventions that have been running for, I don't know, 50 plus years. See how they do things.
The difference is that at TwitchCon and at VidCon, the talent are live streaming at the con. Unlike at Comic-Con, you're there really for the celebrities, you're really there for the panels, you're really there for that stuff. At VidCon and TwitchCon, the people who regularly stream are the talent that you're looking at. You're never going to see a Nathan Fillion or a Sabrina Carpenter at Vid or TwitchCon because they're not the type of celebrity that these people want. You know? So they have to do something.
I don't think you can give me a free ticket to either one of those things.
No, I mean I have no interest. I've never really had an interest. I think we did a few years ago.
I think we said it. That it'd be fun to go just because we don't belong in these places.
We're too old.
Yeah, I love being the old man in the club, but it's not our audience, and we're not their audience.
Yeah.
But getting to go to things that you don't belong to go to, that's always going to be a thing. It's always going to be something I want to do.
And the thing about Twitch and us doing this, even though we don't have adoring fans like that, right? We don't have people stalking us or anything.
I want that attention sometimes, but
I mean, it's kind of part of my original doing this was, hey, I have to heal from something terrible, so I'm going to do podcasting. And then it turned into, I wouldn't mind being a celebrity. I wouldn't mind having a following, right? And having fans. That wouldn't be so bad. And the funny thing is, I ended up getting some eventually. I mean, they're not around anymore because I'm not doing the same thing I was doing. But when I was doing relationship podcasts, I had fans. There were fans. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Sure. Yeah.
But I don't know if I want the now common parasocial behavior that is kind of inherent in this type of thing.
The last thing I want to do is walk around with some asshole holding a camera, videotaping everything I do and all my interactions. That's the last thing I want.
That's TwitchCon and VidCon. That's what you do with those cons.
We spoke in the last couple months about the Raja Jackson situation.
We did, yeah.
Where he finally was arrested as a follow-up story.
I don't think we ever said that on air.
No, we didn't. But he finally was arrested 28 days later. I haven't heard anything since, so nothing must have changed. But
right.
his stream, the dude videotaping him and gave him a lavalier mic. And he's talking about how he's gonna fuck this guy up. I've always wanted to fuck up a professional wrestler for real, and That's all evidence. That's all evidence. I love growing up in an age where nobody had fucking no cameras in their hands. You had to rent a camcorder from the school you went to, or you hope your parents had a Super 8 or something and some film. Because there was no selfies. People just recording stupid shit, recording your own crimes. Yeah, I don't know. The big thing is, I just don't think now at this point, even before, but I really don't want to go to these things.
No, I'm with you.
I'm happy to use your platform, but I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like to do live or IRL streams in the outside world. They like to go and record themselves going and having dinner at like restaurants and like doing all sorts of things live. I mean, there's a ton. You can go into Twitch right now and you'll see like a dozen people out and about in their city, or in a foreign country, and they're doing something.
How the hell do you get internet access good enough to stream walking around the fucking city?
I mean, people. Well, there's that. I mean, it works. There's a way. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. I've never done it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, we can barely get a signal in the hotel sometimes when we try to do a video.
But they do it. They'll go and on their phone. They'll stream, going having dinner. They'll stream meeting up with friends. That's what stream sniping is, where people will recognize where you are and then try to find you in that location. Like people do that. They'll stream.
Oh yeah, that sounds safe.
Well, no, that's the thing. It isn't, right? Like it isn't. But
Isn't that how a dude got like shot or stabbed in Las Vegas?
I have no. I mean, I'm sure there's stories of people getting hurt or like getting attacked or something. But yeah, stream sniping is a thing. People still continue to do it for whatever reason. Sometimes it'll make its way into my YouTube feeds of like a woman being stalked saved by live streamer, because I don't know why the woman thinks that the live streamer is safe, but they'll be I don't know if it's staged, because you never know what's staged anymore either.
That is very true.
So I don't know, but yeah,
it's better just to not
in a world of
create your own world. Don't worry about everything else.
I guess so.
I'm gonna save the rest of the stuff for next week. I got a couple more things on here, but we'll save it. We'll save it for next week. My schedule changed yet again, but it's for the betterment, because now I'm going to be off on Tuesdays, so we can do this. We'll probably tighten it up a little bit, because I'm probably going to be opening on Wednesdays going forward, but we'll be here for foreseeable future. We'll be here on Tuesdays doing this. Like I said, I'll save a couple of these things for next week, so we have a couple things to talk about, plus Halloween stuff for next week.
That's true. Next week is 2 days or 3 days from Halloween.
Yeah. So we'll
good for the kids. Halloween on a Friday.
We'll have some spooky stuff to talk about, and plus the remaining things here, and I'll try and find some spooky sound effects or something. I don't know. But in the meantime, what's that?
Fill up that soundboard.
Yeah, well, that's why I want the sequel, because it makes it easier to do it. Anyway, Francis, where can people find you on the internets?
They can find me by selling them their old masturbator. I'll give them money for it, and then they can use that towards a new one.
We're talking about a Rode product, not an actual masturbator.
Well, the thing is that you've been calling it that for the last
I have
long.
like 5 years.
Yeah. Anyway, aka
start a sentence in English. Ready, go.
So go to linktree.com/aka the other guy for award-winning books that you can buy, award-winning characters that you can read about, and of course social medias as well as other shows that I do. So yeah, go check it out. AKA the other guy on Linktree.
You know what? I I figured out how to grow a link tree a couple months ago. I'd always heard about these things, these link trees. Most of these OnlyFans chicks, they got a lot of link trees. I was like, you know what? Francis has one, so it must not be just for girls selling their boobs.
You can find my Fansly and OnlyFans on.
I think we should start one and it's just us sitting in front of microphones.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
But you can go to Linktree/303 Ninja. The 303 Ninja. Yes, the 303 Ninja at Linktree. I haven't gotten used to it yet, man. You got to get used to new things. I have it written down in my phone, so in case people want to ask me, like I have the code. Is that the code? What is that? The QR code?
QR code?
Yeah, I have it saved.
Put it on a card, man. You need to put it on a card.
Yeah, Linktree, the 303 Ninja. Go there, find everything for POI. This place, and the Twitter place, and the Facebook place, and the Instagram place. But you can also find all the links for my stuff. The song's ending. I need to stop talking and do this next week. We're out of here. Bye.